So, Purva, should we start or we wait for a few more minutes for
Yeah,
others to
no,
join?
it's 5 minutes already, so we can just start while others are joining in.
So, hello, automation tribes. We hope we come across a long way now. You have already covered so many things like PDF automation, Excel automation, email automation, and basic of the UiPath. So today is most exciting topic and the most used topic in this automation journey, that is UI automation. So as you can means think what UI is, it's basically the user interface of any web application. So most of the time in the automation, developer means do the stuff on the UI only in middle of the process. So I am Abhishek Jha, a senior associate consultant in Infosys, and along with me, you all know our rock star or the Kolkata chapter lead, Apurvo, is here. He is senior software engineer in EY. I hope you all know. So Apurvo will enlighten us with his great technical skills and will walk through this journey. And now this podium is all yours, Apurvo. You can start from here.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. Thank you so much for your kind words. And hi, everyone. This is Apurva Samanto. So thank you so much for joining today's session. And a very good evening to all of you. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for today's session, so we will be having very crisp idea on what UI automation is and everything. Okay, so if you have any doubt, any question, so please feel free to unmute and ask me at that particular point of time. Okay, and don't go home having any doubt in your mind. Okay, so let's start the session. So today we all are here, as Abhishek mentioned, to know UI automation. That is the most exciting part of any automation, because on the last few sessions we couldn't see how UiPath is working in the back end, because those were in the background processes. But now we will be having some foreground processes, and you will be having a look that how UiPath is working, how UiPath will be mimicking the same thing what a human does in the daily life. Okay, so let's see today's contents. So today we'll be focusing on what is UI automation, what is a selector. So let me just change my, I am taking a laser pointer. Okay, so today we'll be having the second thing as what is a selector. We'll be having basic definition of selector and how to create selectors. Those kind of things we'll be covering, and then we'll be going to dynamic selector with wildcards. So many of you has already known about wildcards and means familiar with this term. If not, so I'll be there to just make you familiar with this term wildcard and dynamic selector. Then we'll be having a comparison between full selector and partial selector. After that, we'll be looking into different methods of input and different methods of output as well. Then we'll be having a quiz, and at the last we'll be having Q&A. And as you know, the most exciting part in this quiz is you will be having a chance to win a UiPath swag. Clear? So that's the agenda of today. Okay. So the first question, what will be coming to your mind once you will be hearing the term UI automation is what UI automation actually is, right? So for that, if you see the right hand side of my screen, so here this is a computer, or you may think that this is a system. And in UiPath, UI automation means UiPath has a deep integration with the major GUI frameworks or UI frameworks. So anyone can help me to explain the name, the term GUI, what GUI actually is? Anyone?
Graphical user interface.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so UiPath has a deep integration with major graphical user interface or user interface like Win32, Java, HTML, and WPF. Anyone knows the term WPF?
What is Win32?
Win32 means it's basically based on the Windows application. So once you are using your system, so it based on either Win32, means the Windows 32 version. 32 is the bit version. Okay, so how many
Okay.
bits are there, that is representing the 32. And many of us having a computer system for Win30, sorry, 64, and 64 again representing the bit. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. And anyone knows the term WPF?
No.
Anyone heard this term? It's Windows Presentation Foundation. That is again a framework, okay, like the other three. Okay, so many of us are commonly use the HTML, Java, this kind of things, right? And most of the things are there in Win32. And Windows Presentation Foundation is again one of the graphical user interface. Okay, so UiPath, now the recap is UiPath is having a deep integration with these major graphical user interfaces or user interfaces, just to automate the things on any kind of software that could be available on this particular graphical user interface system. Is it clear till now? Should I repeat, or is it still clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine,
clear.
fine. So we have gone through a layman term, that how we can define UI automation. Now let us see the basic definition what UiPath provides on the tone of UI automation. UiPath says that any user interface or graphical user interface automation refers to the process of interacting with graphical elements. Elements means anything present in the screen. Okay, so if we are going to any web application, any other third-party application, so anything we can see, those are the elements for that particular application. Okay, by simulating mouse or keyboard controls. So anyone can say what could be the mouse and keyboard controls.
Means click or typing
Yes,
Mouse
say stop.
click.
correct, exactly. So like clicking, like typing, like selecting, and like sending hotkeys. So if we are just sending Control C, that's a hotkey method, right? We are not doing anything, but we are sending the hotkeys to just do few things as per our wish, right? If we are pressing Control V, that is also a hotkey term, right? So by these things, what we do, all these things will be done by the our robot itself. So that's how UiPath defines UI automation. Is it clear now? If you have any slightest of doubt, please ask me. Okay, and we will discuss this in this session. Okay, and we need this session to be interactive one. Okay, is it clear till now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, fine, great. So now the question what we already talked about, that what is a selector. Okay, so a selector is nothing but the address of any UI element. What I said in the previous slide is, let's suppose you are having anything. Let's suppose this is a screen, and here you can see what is selector is written, right? So this is a UI element for this particular screen, right? And now the address of this particular element is known, the selector for this particular element. Got the definition that what is a selector, right? Selector means the address, complete unique address of this particular UI element. That's known as selector. Okay, so if you see, so let me go to our, okay, I think I gone back. Okay, so if we are coming to this is today's event page, right? If I am right clicking on this page and clicking on inspect, so in the right hand side you can see that there are few HTML codes are written, right? And if you just hover over this code and any particular point or anything, let's suppose I am going to this point, I am just going this, and you can see once I am hovering to this one, it is saying in the left hand side that okay, this code is for this part what has been selected itself, right? So these are the address for that specific UI element. Okay, if I just go here, probably these are in the next session, if you can see that if I am just going to click on this ones or hovering on this one, then it is selecting the below portion where we can see that see you there portion, right? And on RSVP, those kind of things are written. So these are the address for these elements present over here, and this code is written on HTML. If you go here, that you can see the doc type is HTML. Okay, so we know now what the definition of selector is. Selector is nothing but the complete address of any specific UI element present on the screen. If you see anything over here, these all are an UI element. Okay, so now the address of these ones are known as selector. I repeated twice. Is it clear now? Anyone?
Yes, clear.
Okay, fine. Yes, sure.
Go ahead. Just 1 second, repeat please. I joined late.
Sorry.
Actually, I joined late, so can you repeat it 1 second, please?
Yeah, sure. So we have till now discussed that what UI automation is. UI automation is nothing but just interacting with the UI elements through UiPath. Okay, I am just going to define it in another terms right now. Okay, so UiPath has certain integrated capabilities with the major GUI systems just to interact with the UI elements present in any third-party application or any web application. So that is known UI automation in UiPath. Okay, now we are discussing that what is a selector. A selector is nothing but a complete unique address for one particular element present on any web application or any third-party application. Okay, so that is known as selector. Okay, so now let me go back. Okay, so we are here. Sorry, on this page. Okay, so now let us see in the UiPath Studio that how a selector looks like. Okay, and today we'll be learning each and everything theoretical plus practical. Okay, so let me just open any screen. Let me just close this one. Okay, let me try to do it. Okay, so I am taking here a type into activity. Okay, so let's suppose for UI, so the basic thing is once you will be going to automate any UI automation with UiPath, right? So now you need to focus on two things. Okay, so the thing is for any third-party application, you don't need to do as such few things. But let's suppose you are working with some browser like let's suppose Chrome, let's suppose Edge, let's suppose Internet Explorer, those kind of things. So that's why you need to go to this home button. Everyone has installed UiPath in your system, right? I hope all of you have UiPath in your system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now where we are, so we are in this page, the design page. Now we will be going to the home, then we will be going to tools. Okay, now you will be having the plugins. Okay, and you will be having UiPath extensions. Plugins is for the if let's suppose if you are just designing something and you need to push that code into some repository, then you need to go for Git, SVN, TFS or something. You means in the previous sessions we have already discussed. Now the second option you will be getting it as UiPath extensions. If you see here for the web applications, you need to just install the extension for that one, right? By default, once you will be installing UiPath, it will be installing the Chrome extension, Edge extension, Excel extension, those things. Okay, so for Chrome we have already have it, right? So that's why I am not going to install again. But let's suppose if it was not installed, you could have install button over here like this. Okay, you will be having an install button like this. Okay, so you just need to click on install and it will be automatically installed in your UiPath. Okay, and you will be having a UiPath extension on your web application. Let's suppose I am going here. I'm just
These
clicking over here.
extensions are nothing but packages from UiPath Studio, right? Is it right?
Yes. These are extension package. What will be there? Means what will be integrated with your browser. Okay, if you see here, the extension is, you can
Yeah.
see. Okay, so this is the extension. If I just go to manage extension, if you see,
So
I have added these extensions, right? And again, it is same for UiPath as well. So for this one, UiPath browser automation extension is there. Clear till now?
whatever the packages we have in our UiPath Studio, PDF, Excel, this two,
No,
we have.
it's not like that type of package. If you are talking about this type of package, it's not like that type of package. Okay, but it's a package that will be integrated with the system you require. Okay, but it is, if you just show over here extension, you will not find it.
Chrome.
Yeah, so
Can you
if
check Chrome?
sure. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
if you go back,
all
okay,
package.
yes, but you will not be finding that. Okay, because
Okay.
that is not that type of extension, and that means if you go with managed packages, you will be just having those packages which will be required in this automation design part. Okay, not the extension kind of thing. Got it? Is it clear?
Can you repeat again?
Yeah, so the extension is nothing but a integrated package, you can say, which will be there in your the third-party application or in your browser. So for this one, we needed the UiPath extension for Chrome, right? And for that, we just went to home and we just went to tools, then the UiPath extension, and you need to go here and you will be having an install button like this one, or not like this one because this needs admin access. So that's why this logo is there, but it will be having like this install button. You just need to click on that install button and you will be means it will be automatically installed for your UiPath system. Okay.
One question I just want to clarify this. So
Sure.
in the Chrome, we are adding our extensions, right? That is same. That is how it is here. So here you have the Chrome. You have added that plugin to your browser.
Yes.
Is same, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but whenever we are working with the real-time applications, we have to install this Java plugin extensions, Silverlight,
So let's
Excel
suppose if you are working with Silverlight. Okay, so now you,
application.
yes, so for that one you need to install it, but as of now we don't need that. So that's why whatever you need, so that will only be just installed for your UiPath system. Got it?
Oh, we
So
have
let's
to know what type of
yes,
application and then install these extensions.
exactly. Let's suppose you are working something with VMware. Okay, so you need to install that extension for VMware, otherwise it will not work.
So if you run our bot in the in a separate VM missions, you have to install this.
Yes,
So,
exactly. We need to install it, otherwise it will not work.
so
So
in that
in RPA journey, so the beginning is the process discovery, process design, everything is there. In the very first session we discussed it, right? So
yeah.
once you will be designing those things, you will be discussing or you will be discovering the opportunities for that project, you need to know that okay, what will be the third-party applications or web applications that will be inside your project, means in the process scope, and you need to install all of these systems. Like in the PDF session, Produman mentioned that if you are working with some PDF things and if you need to go with Adobe software, so you need to just make the changes in Adobe software over there, if you remember, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise it will not work, because from the very beginning, and it's a one-time job for everyone, right? Once you will be install these plugins, then you can just plug and play, that's it. But first you need to just set up all these things required for the automation. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So now I'm going back. Okay, so that is the
Means
first
if
thing.
I,
Mhm.
sorry to interrupt,
Sure.
means if I made a process that I uploaded in orchestrator and run in any client side machine. So how can I install the UiPath extension to the client machine?
Okay, so you will be having a support team or business, right? Or any of your process team who will be doing the stuffs for you. It means any, you can say the admin team will be there for you. So you will not be doing the stuffs, but you will be sending the requirement to the team that okay, I need this much softwares just to run the process gracefully, right? And it's their duty just to do the same thing on over that system. Got my point?
Okay, okay, got it.
So you don't need to do that. So let's suppose I am building a bot in my system and I just know that I need Chrome in the system because I am doing something with Chrome, right? So once I will be deploying it, or before the deployment, there will be there will be SDD of yours, and you will be sending those SDD to them just to let them know that this is the requirement for your process. Got it? And all the setups should be done by them. Got it?
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi,
Sure.
sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
There's one more extension which we see Excel. Can you
Mhm.
go back there once?
Okay, okay. In home and then here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In what scenarios like this Excel add-in extension and what we use inside the design? So both are different, right? The Excel activities.
So let's suppose from the very beginning when you will be installing UiPath. Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes.
few extension I mentioned in the second session. So few extension will be automatically added. In the few extension means one extension is for Chrome, the second one is for Edge, the third one is for Excel.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't have this extension, the process will not be covering gracefully. Okay, so you need to run those extensions as well just to run the processes.
Okay.
Okay, so every time if you are interacting with something like, let's suppose Edge you are interacting with, so you need the extension for Edge. Otherwise if you will not be hovering your mouse to Edge, and you will not be having any selector for any particular element present on Edge application.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, if you are working with the Excel activities, in your day-to-day tasks, you
Mhm.
need to install the Excel package and also Excel add-on extensions, right?
Yes, Excel add-ons will be automatically available during the installation of UiPath. And one thing I just mentioned in some of the session, if you remember, so in Excel there are two types of Excel automation we could do. So one is your you can say the workbook applications, workbook things, and the second one is the Excel application scope. You had these two terms, right? For Excel application scope, you need to install UiPath. Need to install Excel and the add-ins just to run your automation gracefully. But let's suppose you are just going with your workbook activities. Okay, then you don't even need Excel to be there on your system.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
So probably it's a confusing thing for first time, but this is the main funda of Excel automation. There are two types of automation in Excel present. I am repeating again. For Excel application scope, you need the add-ons, and you need the Excel to be there on your system. But for the workbook activities, even you don't need Excel installed on your system.
Okay.
One trick I mentioned in some of the sessions, if you remember. Got
You
it?
mentioned tips and tricks.
Yes, yes, correct, correct.
What is that?
So one of the sessions for Excel automation, it was taken by Shoborno, and at the last phase I mentioned one tips and tricks in Excel automation, and then I mentioned it.
Oh.
Okay, so it is there in the recording and the very last moment. Okay, so the second thing is what we need to do. Few packages are already been there. Once you will be opening any of your just new process or new project, and a few packages will be there like Excel activities, mail activities, system.activities, testing activities, and UI automation activities. And this UiPath.UiAutomation.activities is the solely responsible activities for your UI automation. Got it? This package is required to automate the UI things. Okay, let's suppose if you don't find that this activities is present in your dependency, where I could find the dependency, you need to go to project, then you will be having these things. So let's suppose first I'm just merging these things. Now if I just go with here, you can just see the dependencies and it will be mentioned in the very first point. Okay, let's suppose you can't find the UI automation things, you need to go to manage packages. Okay, and here you need to go to all packages. You need to select filter, let me UiPath only. And now if I just write UiPath dot UI automation dot activities, I should not write because it's already there. So you will be having this package. Okay, and for the very beginning, just processes, please use the UiPath authorized activities or the activities published by UiPath itself. Okay, and if you can see in this part, okay, by UiPath, so the publisher of this activity will be mentioned in this part. Okay, clear? Yeah,
For interruption, I have a doubt that like
sorry, your voice
how
is
I
breaking.
could
Your voice is breaking, sorry.
explain- explain.
Sorry,
So
your
your
voice.
voice is very feeble. We can't hear you properly. Please be loud.
Okay, now it's clear or again?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah,
It's
now
clear.
it's better.
Okay. So right now I have a doubt like how could I know like this is a official like UiPath means it's a authorized package by UiPath only.
Okay, so the first thing you can go with two ways. Okay, so if you just start with UiPath dot, okay, so it will be giving you the UiPath packages. That is one point. Second option, you can go with here. If you just filter it with UiPath only, you will be having only the activities published by UiPath itself. Got it?
Okay, clear.
Okay, and you will be having the package published by whom mentioned over here. If you see that this is the package name and here by UiPath, if you just see this. Okay,
So Aputo in the left side of the tab, like in the official tab also we will get na like UiPath authorized package.
yes, it will be also with there. If you just go here, you can
Oh,
see that I have clicked on official and you are having this one.
okay, fine.
Okay, okay. So let us continue now. So where we, so okay, so this is the first two things we need to do. First we need to just check the extension for which we will be working on, and the second one will be the package we need to do for the UI automation, that is UiPath.UiAutomation.activities. Okay, we need this package. So now let me just this is a test process I have just created, so let me just run a click. Okay, so the thing you will be doing in your job is you can just get the selector through this activity. Okay, otherwise the best practice to get one selector is from UI Explorer. You can see this option, UI Explorer. Okay, UI Explorer is nothing but one particular element from UiPath which will help us just to have a good selector or a reliable selector, or you can say that we can just make a selector dynamic. Okay, so for once you will be having a bit knowledge on UiPath, you may use UI Explorer from that point. Otherwise you can now you can go with this click activity, means you can just take the selector from this activity only. But it will be quite difficult just to make all these things dynamic and do the checks of the different properties of any selector. So I will recommend you just to go with this UI Explorer. It will be having a new just extended application version over here, and now you can just click on indicate element. Okay, so now let me, okay, so let's suppose you have by mistake you have come to this page, means you are having a Uber and that is captured by UiPath itself, means the UI Explorer itself. Now you, what you need to do, if you just click on F2, it will be just pausing for 3 seconds. Okay, and if you see 3 seconds timer was there. Now if I just try to get a selector for any particular element, let's suppose I am trying to get a particular element, sorry, selector for join event element. Okay, so I need to just click on this. Okay, so and within few seconds it will be giving me a selector. Okay, so here you will be finding many more things in the selector tab. Okay, so you can just find different things, that area role, what is the tag, what is the class, what is the class css selector, what is the inner text. Inner text means what is written over there. Okay, that is, and there is the parent class, parent id, the index of that particular tab, many things. And this is not limited to anything, but you, for different you can say for different UI element, you may have different parameters over here. Okay, let's suppose for here you are getting this few, but let's suppose you are going with any another particular you can say element, then you may get many more or less than what this is offering. Okay, so let me just go with RPA developer here. This is the tag we put, and now if you see here, you see the properties means the I can say the offering from this particular selected attributes has been reduced. Okay, previously we had many more attributes, but now we don't have that attributes. But this is not a rocket science, so you will be learning these things once you will be just practicing these things. Okay, but now you just need to know that you need to create selector over here, and you need to just validate it. Once you will be getting a selector, you need to click on the validate button. Okay, so you need to do that part only, and I am having a borrow. Okay, so I can't see anything over. Just a second.
You have used click activity, right? You just clicked
Yes,
on that.
yes, 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 yes. So
And
you
how
can,
you got UI Explorer page? I forgot to say. I
sorry.
don't know. How did you get this page, UI Explorer?
Oh, sure, sure, sure. So you will be first coming to this one, right? That is the
Yeah.
UiPath Studio. Okay,
Yeah.
I am having one in the upper side. I am having a bar. I don't know how to do. Okay, so no problem. So here in the UiPath Studio, you'll be going to UI Explorer. Okay, you can see this one, UI Explorer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
once you will be clicking here, so it will be opening a new application for you, and this is the extension of UiPath Studio. Okay,
Okay.
just for the selector purpose. Okay, so now what you need to do, once you will be getting a selector, you need to just validate. Validation means you need to just check that okay, whether this selector will be working fine or not. That's why you will be having once you will be having a green signal, that means it is validated. Okay, and if you are getting red signal with a cross sign, that means your selector is not validated. You need to revalidate again. So I'll show you one by one. So let me just go first our one. If you see this part, so right now we have got a selector, right? So this part till now, anyone has any confusion or something? We have got a selector as of now. So we just have seen that okay, how we are getting the UI element selectors, what are the attributes, and now we have a selector with us. So up to this part, anyone has any doubt or something? Okay, okay, it's fine. So now if you see this point, so there will be 4 different scenario you may get from UI Explorer. Okay, so we will be looking one by one. So as I mentioned, so if this is a green signal and with just tick box, sorry, with a tick, that means your selector is validated and it will work fine. If it is a cross sign and it is saying validate with a red color, that means your selector is not validated and it will not work fine. Okay, and if you are having a question mark and it is in yellow color, that means your selector has been modified or changed. You need to revalidate it again. And in the initial phase, once you will be just opening your UI Explorer, then you will be having a gray shade, okay, in the validate button. And that means you don't have put any selector over there. Okay, so now we'll be looking one by one now. So let me just close it and we'll be just checking it again. So I am just clicking on UI Explorer.
You
Okay.
are not indicating that click activity, right? You're just
No, I'm
clicking
just
on-
showing because that click I just take it for just to show. Okay, but
Okay.
we'll check it. We'll check. Okay. So now what we are doing, I mentioned the gray button means we don't have put any selector till now. Okay, that's why it is saying the validate with a gray color. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me just take a selector. So again, I am just pressing F2 just to have a 3-second gap, and I am going to this page. Okay, so now let me just click on join event. So UI Explorer is giving me a selector. Okay, we will not do anything modification or something as of now. So if you see, this is a green symbol for us, that means it's validated. So how to know that it's validated properly? What UI Explorer is saying us, it's correct. If you need to just know that, then you just need to click on this highlight option. You can see this highlight option. So I just need to click on this highlight option, and you can see there is a red bar. If you see, red box is there, it is highlighting that. That means it's highlighted, and that was also red, so that's why it probably confusing. So let me just go with different one. Okay, so let me just click on this Facebook symbol, Facebook logo. Okay, if you see, we have got a new selector, okay, for that logo. So it is saying that it is validated. Now let us check again that whether it was validated again. You can see there is a red box around this Facebook logo.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay, so now I just need to click on the highlight button again just to remove this box. Okay, I'm clicking on it. Okay, so now we have got a selector. Okay, and let me just put this selector to our click activity. Let me remove the type into as of now, because this is just a demo, and we'll be having the main means main testing in some different workflow that is mentioned in main. Okay, let me give a selector because I have done something wrong. Probably I couldn't take it properly. Okay, it was taken properly. Okay, let me just remove it. Yeah, you can see we got the same one. Okay, so here that means I need to just, it's saying that okay, there is a yellow symbol, sorry, yellow color is there, and it is a question mark. Then it's saying me just to validate it. So I'm clicking on validate. Now if I just go to highlight, you can see it is same. Okay, so now I am clicking on highlight again just to just block, means just to omit that uh, uh, red box. Okay, so now I am clicking on here. So let us test this automation. Okay, so let me just run on debug mode. Let us see. It is compiling the activities present in that particular process.
So I hope everyone is getting it and everyone is sync with us. So if anyone is having any kind of difficulty or question in your mind, you can put it here. And we want everyone to be interactive in this session, because
Okay,
we are not your college faculty or anyone, so you can ask any question or any doubts.
true.
And we will try to
Understanding what he's saying, we are understanding.
Yeah, so just treat us as your best friend in this session.
Yes.
That's it.
Mine
Share
is coming the yellow thing. Validate.
yellow thing means you need to validate it again. Okay, just click on that just validate button. Okay, it will be validated for you.
So hope everyone is doing the same thing in the background, means parallelly with us.
Yeah, but due to the time constraint, we'll be just going ahead, and if you have any doubt or something, you may ask in the WhatsApp group. You can just connect with us on LinkedIn, and again you will be having the recording of the session on the session page itself. Okay, so if you just see here, so the bot just clicked on this Facebook and bot just opened, because if we just click on this one, so you will be having a Facebook page. Okay, and bot clicked on it, and you can see over here this fourth tab. So bot has received a just pop up from Facebook that I need to just go with it. So bot clicked on it, right? Till this point, everyone is clear?
Hi, I think I missed, like, once we copy the selector, which we have done in UI Explorer,
Okay,
we need to
so
paste in the properties, right?
so here you need to copy it and you need to go back to this UiPath Studio, and you can copy it from, there are many ways to copy it. You can just go to selector. I'll be discussing on this all terms one by one, okay? But I just need to go into the selector option. Here you need to just click on this three dot. Can you see it properly?
Yeah.
So you need to just click on this three dot and it will be giving you one particular just pop up to do it in this editor mode. Okay, and in this edit selector panel you need to just put that selector. Okay, and here you will be having a YOLO symbol, sorry, YOLO just validate button, okay, with a question mark, and you need to click on that particular validate button and it will be validated and it will be coming like a green button. Okay, and if you don't satisfy, you need to just click on this highlight just to check that okay, what the element you are taking, so the, your UiPath Studio is also taking that element only. Okay.
Okay, and while we selecting the elements or checking it through UI Explorer, like we look for the elements on any third party application, do we get some time, like if we are in a right screen or to switch between the other screen?
So basically by default, once we will be going with this UI automation and you are just going with this UI Explorer, right? So it will by default go to that page what you are taking the selector from. Okay, but let's suppose it is not going to that page. Let's suppose I have this one opened and I am just clicking now to indicate element. So I am coming to this one, right, as of now. So what you need to do, you need to just have a pause for a few seconds. Okay, for that pausing, what UiPath is offering to you, you just need to click on F2, your F2 button. Okay, so F2 and it will be having a counter of 3 seconds. Now you can just go back to that page. Got it? And now it's done. So now once you will be just going to, okay, I have come to this page. Okay, we are going to okay, so once you will be there, so you just need to select the selector. Okay, you just need to take the selector from that page. Okay.
Apurva, I have a question here.
Sure.
Like suppose I have opened suppose 7 or 8 applications on my desktop system, and suppose I want to get a selector from a particular Chrome, suppose from Chrome application. A Chrome is the last application that opened in the background. So 2 seconds is not enough, right? To minimize all the things. So can I use that F2 function key several times for the pausing activity, or only once?
Yeah. No. You can just press them multiple time, as many time as you want.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go with that, or if you are having any difficulties, so you can just move that particular the 7th window, that is your Chrome window in the front end, and then you just need to check the selector. But if you are going with F2, you can do multiple times.
Got it. No, I'm talking about the worst case scenario. Suppose front end is not available for that time. So that
you can go with multiple times with the F2 option. Okay,
fine.
Okay, so let me just
mine is what Facebook will be open.
Yeah, it will be working. Okay, so now, so we got to know that how the selector is working, right? So now, so we are we have this selector, we have these 4 things we have checked, right? That how the validate options are coming in your UI Explorer. Okay, so now let us just go with the next one. Now, so we have selector, but sometimes the selector will not work fine for you, and the selector you need to change and you need to make a dynamic selector. Let's suppose if we are just going with one application and it is the name of that particular system, or the name of the title is sometimes changing multiple times, then we don't need to just change the selector multiple times just to cope up with that one, right? Rather, what we need to do, we will be just going with the another option. Let me just show you. Okay, so what you need to do then, so let me just minimize it. Okay, so for that case, we don't need to go multiple times to just to change the selector. Rather, we need to make a dynamic selector with some wildcards. Anyone knows what wildcard actually is? Anyone?
It just take it doesn't take that constant value. I mean,
It takes
Okay.
it goes with the
value.
dynamic. Yeah, we denote
Okay.
with star. We
Okay.
have come across it. Yeah.
And question mark.
Yeah, correct. So in UiPath provides 3 types of dynamic selector things that is known as wildcard. Okay, so okay, so the first dynamic selector wildcard is asterisk, that is known as star itself. It replaces 0 or more than 0 characters. Okay, 0 means if there is nothing for that particular field, what we will replacing with asterisk mark, then also it will work fine. And if there is multiple characters, it's 1 2 3 4 n number of characters, then also this asterisk will replace that. Okay, and it will be making a wildcard, this dynamic selector part with more than 1, or it will again catch the 0 characters as well. Okay, got the asterisk part? We'll be having some questions here as well, okay, in the quiz section. So just
Can you repeat it?
okay, sure. Asterisk is a wildcard present in UiPath which will replace 0 or more than 1 character or 1 character. Okay, so let's suppose in your selector you are trying to make a dynamic selector, and but sometimes there is nothing, means there is no character, but sometimes it is 1 or more characters are there, then always this asterisk or the star symbol will work. Okay, so that is the first type of dynamic selector wildcard. Got it? The second one is the question mark. Question mark is always replace one single character. Let's suppose you are making one dynamic selector where you need to just change one selector, one particular element. Let's suppose you are having something that sometimes it's star, some not star, because star is also there in asterisk. Let's suppose sometimes it some special symbol, or sometimes it's not that special symbol, it's something different. Let's suppose sometimes is the hash and sometimes it's at the rate. Okay, that is only one particular character is there, then you need to go with this question mark, because you need to replace only one single character. Got it? This is the second type of dynamic selector wildcard. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is the third type that is known as asterisk and question mark. Okay, in this case it will match an attribute value with at least one character. Let's suppose if there is no character, means it's null, it will not work. If there is 1 or more than that, then it will work. Here it will work for 0 or more characters. It is, you can say this is universal one. Okay, this is the second one that will work only for a single character, but this one will work for 1 or more character. Okay, at least there should be 1 character. That is the
Always we
basic.
use.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
okay, so this is the difference between these 3 wildcards. Got it? So now we need to just check that how it's working. If you see the screen properly,
In asterisk and question mark user replaces, but in asterisk and question mark it matches.
No, these are just I can just say that these are writing difference, but no other technical difference. Okay.
Oh, what same?
Yes, works same. This is just a writing difference. Okay. So here, if you see that we had a notepad, I'll just show you right now. And here, if you see, first we had this thing. We had something title, and the title was untitled because we haven't saved this notepad. Okay, that's why we got, once you will be opening one notepad with without any saving, then it will be having a name as untitled, right? Then your title will be coming like this. Okay, but if you don't know that next time what will be the name of this particular notepad thing, then what means the text thing, then what you need to do, you just need to replace this untitled thing with a asterisk mark, because it will replace. If it is nothing, then also it will work fine. If it is one or more than that, then also it will work fine, because this asterisk is universal thing. Okay, so now let us see that. Okay, so here let me again go to UI Explorer. Okay, so here if you see that now it is that untitled, right? And if you are using any other version of Windows, I am currently using Windows 11, so that's why my notepad is looking like this. But in Windows 10 you will be having something we all are familiar with. Okay, so if we are just, okay, I have just opened another. Okay, so let me just indicate on this one. So till now we have gone through the Chrome, that is the web application. Now we are going with third-party application, that is the notepad. It's a software. Okay, so now if I am just clicking on here, you can see we are getting the same thing what we just saw in the PPT. Okay, so we are getting it. Okay, and the title is untitled. Now it is already validated. Now let me okay, so now let me do a check. Let me highlight it. You can see, could you see that it was just marking with this red box?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me just move this highlight, and this is untitled. So now let me replace with star. Okay, so now it is saying that we have modified the selector. We discussed in the last few slides that we have modified the selector. Now we need to validate again. That is the meaning of this option. So now if I just click on here, it is again validated, because star is working as a universal thing. So now if I just click on highlight, so now you can see again it is highlighting the same thing, means it is working fine. That's how we will be replacing the characters with wildcards like star, asterisk, and star and asterisk. Clear till now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, fine. Anyone having any doubt? We will not go
So
home today.
after
Yeah.
selecting the particular selector, then how we are confirming that? I mean,
Okay.
selecting that selector to use in the code.
Let me show you. So here we are getting the selector from our UI Explorer. Right now, if you need to just copy this one, and if you need to go with any activity in UiPath, you just need to go here. You just need to click
And
on the
paste it
select.
here. Okay,
Yes,
that's it.
and you
So
need to
there is,
paste it over here.
it's not like selecting from there itself in the from the US Explorer.
You can select it. You can select it from here. Okay, this means you can just take the selector with UiPath Studio itself. But UI Explorer is just built by UiPath just to give us more option to make a reliable or a flexible selector. Is it clear?
Mhm.
But in UiPath Explorer, we are not doing anything. It is only used to make a selector a reliable, flexible, and a dynamic one.
It's just to find out the selector and copy from here and paste it from the particular activity.
Exactly. Nothing more than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Hi.
Okay.
When we replace with the asterisk here,
Mhm.
so So whenever the notepad like has been changed with any name, you mean that's how it detects the say
Yeah,
right
yeah,
notepad?
it will work. It will work. Let me just change the
How
name.
to copy this?
Sorry.
How to copy this selector into Studio from
Yeah, here just select all, CTRL A, select all, CTRL C, copy, and then you just need to go here. You just need to click, let's suppose if you have any activity, and for notepad you don't need to click because there is nothing required for click. So here you just to, let's suppose you need to just go with the type into, right? So you are here, so let me just try with you. So here, so let me just put the selector here. You can see the selector option. So you need to just paste the selector.
Okay.
Paste the selector here. So now I'm clicking on OK. So okay, so I am again checking with you that it's validated, but let's suppose I'm confused whether it was validated or not. So let me just click on highlight. You can see it's highlighted. Okay, it's fine. So now let us something. Let us just write something here. Let me just write hi. Okay, so here as of now there is nothing. You can see there is nothing, but let us run this automation to check whether it is writing or not. Yeah, can you check?
Yeah, it's been written.
Right, yeah, that's how it will work. Okay, so that's it. But now, so
I was sorry, I was
sorry,
asking a question about
sure.
if we save with a different name and when we perform the same, what happens? The notepad
Okay,
name,
okay,
yeah,
okay, okay,
with the
okay,
dynamic select. Yeah.
sure, sure, no problem, no problem. Let me just create one notepad again. I'm just let me cancel now. Let me just, okay, hi is there, no problem. So let me just remove it. Let the file save. Oh, correct. So save, let me just give a name. Okay, so let me give a name. Let's suppose hi again, hi. Okay, so now we have changed the name. Okay, so now let us check whether the selector is working fine or not. And again, I have removed that hi over here, right, in the just text panel. Okay, so let me just try with the selector. If you see, the selector is validated. Let me just I don't have trust on UiPath, so let me just click on highlight. You can see, is it working?
Yeah.
Okay, and so sorry, I can't see your name who just asked. So can you just verify
That's,
that?
yeah, I
Okay,
verified it. Yeah.
okay, okay, it's fine, right? So now again, so previously we had an untitled name, so now the notepad name is hi. So let us just run this automation again and see that if the hi notepad it's writing. Okay, so let me just run it again. Yeah, you can just verify now. Okay, so there was nothing, but it was renamed as hi.txt, right? And now it is again writing the same thing, though we have changed the name of this particular text file. Okay,
Thank you.
most welcome. Okay,
If there is a 2-3 notepad open, then what will happen?
no, so for that if let's suppose if you are just opening multiple instances of any particular system, of any particular application, so if you know all the elements or all the instances will not be active, there will be only one active, right? And the active one will be on the foreground, right? So it will write on the foreground one, okay, not in the background one. Because if you know, this is the common thing for every software or every system. So if you have anything, if you are opening multiple instances of Chrome, multiple instances of Notepad, so everything is not active till now, so only one will be activated. Okay, and it will write on the activated one. Otherwise you need to provide the specific name of the particular just text sorry the notepad text file. Okay,
So when you say active, it should be in the foreground.
Yes. So that means there are many things. So I will be discussing on the later phase after this one, that there are many things we can just go with foreground, we can go with background. So there are many options are there. Okay, but active means all these things will not be activated simultaneously. Only one particular instance of one particular software will be activated at a particular time. All the things are will not be activated simultaneously. Okay. So now let us just check the properties of any UI element. Okay, so for the most of the UI elements, we will be having quite same kinds of properties, but there are also differences. So let's suppose for type into, we need to provide a text element, but for click, we don't need to put a text element. But most of the things are quite same. So let us have the properties. Here is continue on error. Continue and error means let's suppose your automation is failed due to some selected issue or something, then also it will not throw any exception and your automation will work gracefully without this particular activity or this particular task for which the selector has failed. Got it? So that is the meaning of continue on error. Delay after. Delay after means after performing this particular activity task, the automation will just wait, or it will just make a delay for that amount of time what you will be putting over here, and it will be there on millisecond. Let's suppose you are providing here 1000, that means you are saying that it will be just delayed by 1 second. Okay, delay before is again the same concept. It will be just before just trying to execute this particular task, it will wait for that amount of time what you are mentioning over here. Okay, so the next one is display name. Display name you just need to change. So by default this is the activity name, it will be written, but you can just write something like type into underscore hi. Okay, you can write like this, or you can, if you don't write like here, so if you write here that also work, so it will just coming here. Otherwise you can also directly write this one. If you just go here, you can change the name from here as well. Okay, you can change the name from here as well. Okay, so that's it. So now the target, that is the main part of any UI element. So for target you will be having, this is saying that whether your target is any targetable element or not. If you are providing null, that means you don't have any targeted element, but for your case you need to put it at target because you need to work on certain element, right? The clipping region is not required as of now, because here the clipping region means, let's suppose you are having any UI element. Let's suppose this type into activity is an UI element. You need to provide the coordinate of this thing. Let's suppose here the how left it is, how far it is from the top, how far it is from the right, extreme right, how far it is from the extreme bottom. Those kind of just coordinate you need to just provide over here. But for your automation as of now you don't need to do that, and in specific enterprise solutions as well, that type of complexity you will not be facing. This is the very minimal case when we need to provide the clipping region. So without confusing, so let us go with the element. Element means, let's suppose you are not providing any selector, though you are having one particular element, and if you see here, so your object will be UI element. Let's suppose if you just go to here, so this join event button, this is an element without having a selector of this join event button. Rather you can just take it as UI element. Let's suppose in some previous activity you have already taken this one as a UI element, then you need to provide the UI element variable or argument in this part. Okay, in element. But please note one thing, that if you are providing selector and providing element, both will not be doing simultaneously. Either you need to provide element or you need to provide selector. Selector, you all know as of now that what selector actually is. Timeout millisecond. Timeout millisecond is an integer type variable. Here you just not a variable, I would say that it's argument, because here we will not, but you can just provide variable as well, no problem. Okay, but why I am taking it as argument, because it will be taking the data from you. That's why it's a input argument for this activity, but you can just place variable or argument anything over here. Okay, timeout means till that particular time this activity will be working. Let's suppose if you are putting a timeout of 30 seconds, then this activity will be trying to execute within 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, if it is not executed gracefully or executed successfully, then this will be giving you a error. Okay, so that is the meaning of timeout. Let's suppose if you are putting 300 seconds over here, that means this activity will be activated or it will try to execute till 300 seconds. Okay, wait for ready is nothing but for one particular UI element. You need to you need to just select three options: none, interactive, or complete. None means it will not wait for that particular intended UI element to load it properly. Okay, means it will not just check whether that intended UI element has loaded properly or not. Okay, interactive means it will check whether few parts of that particular element has loaded properly or not. If I come back over here and let's suppose this page is loading and I need to automate this join event button. So if I am selecting none, that means it will not check whether the join event button has loaded properly or not. It will try to execute, and if by that time as well it is not there, then it will throw an error. Okay, but let's suppose we are pressing the if we are giving a, you can say, the second option. So let's see the interactive option you are just giving, then what it will do, it will just check that if few parts of this particular UI element is already there, then it will execute. And if it will not wait just to check that whether this join event button completely loaded or not. Okay, and here comes the third one, that is known as complete. Means it will wait for the UI element to be loaded completely. Means until this join event button will be loaded completely with fully loaded, until that point your UiPath will not execute that action you have taken by here. Okay, that is the meaning of it. Okay, text means you need to provide that what you need to write. For click you will not be having any text option, but for type into means you need to write something. That's why you need to just pass the your text. And for the best practices, you don't need to put anything hard coded. You can use the variables or you can use the argument. Let's suppose if here I need to paste something over here. Let's suppose I'm creating a variable. This is a string type variable. I am putting str, then let's suppose I am just writing demo text. Okay, so this is that, and now I need to just give a hi. Okay, so now here, and it will be covered in the best practices last session. Okay, here you need to put str demo text, so it will write the same thing. The hi thing will be written in your intended system or intended portal. Okay, so here the private things means it's a I can say it's advanced level of concept. If you are making it this is a boolean value it required. If you are providing any true or false, that means in the verbose level of orchestrator, means in the you can say verbose level is the lowest level in UiPath orchestrator logging. It will just log that this activity has been passed or failed. Otherwise, if you just click on true for this or one, if you just check it, means if you are making it private, then it will not be going there. It means it will not log this activity in the orchestrator verbose level. Any question till now? Because this much we have done quite theoretical part.
So
Any
in
question?
what
I have a
scenarios
question
we
regarding this type into activity.
Mhm.
There, if you are using the modern view, there are two classic and modern, right? In
Mhm.
UiPath.
Yes, yes.
There, I'm getting different kind of type into. There, I need to select before the use application.
Yes, yes. So I would like to say one thing. So from the very beginning of our series, right? So we are saying, because in the initial days itself, we all learn it from the classic, because classic is easy to learn, and there are many more things in your modern design or modern kind of UiPath Studio. So what I would like to request you, you first start with the classic one. If you don't know how to just remove, just make
Yeah,
it in
I
classic.
know it.
Okay,
Right.
it's fine then, it's fine. But please
I
first
just
try.
clarification, I just asked you.
Yeah. So in modern system, you need to just place everything inside your container. Okay, so you need to put a container inside that. You need to just click go with this, type into or click or any UI automation activities. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can definitely discuss if you have covered, so you can just ping me personally, we can definitely discuss on that point. But in the learning perspective, you just first need to go with the classic one because it is easy to learn. Okay.
Uh, Hi. So the MISSA here, the private which you said, is it for the logging of that particular activity, which we can
Yes,
see in the
yes,
orchestrator level?
yes, exactly.
And in what scenario, the best feasible is wait for ready is complete, right?
Yes,
But
exactly.
in which scenario, like we will be using like none or partially the second option which was there in wait for ready?
Okay. So the main difference between these three are for none, it will not wait. It will not at least wait. Okay. So that means it will be going the fastest thing. Let's suppose you are doing a manipulation with, or you are doing an automation with SAP. You know that SAP will giving you instant prompt. You don't need to wait because it will be means it will be super fast, lightning quick. Okay. Then you can go with the none one. And let's suppose you are going with some application, you know that okay, so this may just we may need to wait for some time because the elements needed to be loaded properly. Okay, you can just and you know that okay, so there is no harm if we go with just wait a slight delay but not complete, then you need to go with interactive. But I would always recommend to use the complete one, because if you that particular element is not loaded completely, it will be of no use. Okay.
So in this scenario, the text pad is the application which has to be opened properly, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it. Now let's we are just going to activate
Can you
means
show us with the timeout real time how the clipping region will work?
okay, so for clipping region and this thing, so let us means because I have many more things to cover and we have limited time, so please stay with us. In the last we can go with that one. Will it be fine, Sindhu?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, because few more things are there. Okay, so I'm covering it. So now activate means, so it will be just giving it will be just making that particular element and that particular web application or system in your just foreground. It will make it. Okay, so alter if disabled means if you are having something any particular element was disabled, or sometimes you can see that it is already disabled, you don't need to do anything, then also it will pass the simulate option. I will just going here, so it will just try to go with the simulate option to provide the same text to that particular field. Okay, click before typing means before it will write something, it will just click on that particular field. Delay between keys means, let's suppose I am writing over high. If you are providing any particular number means any particular time, after just write H, it will wait for that particular time, then it will write I. Okay, let's suppose you are just writing ABCD. After writing A, it will wait for, let's suppose you are providing 50 millisecond, it will wait for 50 millisecond, then it will just write B, then again 50 millisecond gap, then it will write C, and it goes on. Okay, so deselect at the end means if your particular system is already selected, means UiPath is using that and this activity is accessing that element, then after performing the task, it will just leave the access of that particular element. Okay, that is meaning of the deselect. Empty field means, let's suppose there already something is written. Okay, if it is written high, okay, so what it will do, it will first remove this high, then it will write this thing what you have just tried to write. Okay, so we can have a quick demo for this one. So let me just make empty field. So it's already high was written, so let me just change it. So from high, let's suppose I am writing hello, so high was already there, right? So let me just run it. Can you see? Previously there was high. So what it did, so it just removed high from the complete this panel, and it has written hello. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. Now we will be having two different input methods, that is known as send window message and simulate type. So we'll be covering these two in the later slides. Okay, so now let us go with the next slides. Okay, so let me go in the presentation mode so that we can look it properly. Okay, so now we will be having a concept of full selector and partial selector. Okay, anyone has any idea on full selector or partial selector, or this name is suggesting something? Anyone? Quick, 30 seconds.
Full
Any
details of
idea?
selectors like app name.
Correct. Anything else? Okay, let me take it. So full selector means it will be giving you complete address of a particular element. Okay, partial selector means it will be it will not give you the complete address of a particular element, rather it will just give the intermediate level of that element selector. Let's suppose if you are just if you are inside Kolkata. Okay, and what it will give, so it will be in full selector means it will be, let's suppose, starting from India. So in full selector the container is India, right? So now the container is India. Inside the container India you will be having one particular container, that is West Bengal, and now you will be having your location, that is Kolkata. So if I am just writing India, West Bengal, Kolkata, that means it is a full selector, full location of your particular element. Now, if I am going with partial selector will not contain the top, will not contain the the selector of the top level container. Means it will only give you the selector for Kolkata. So it will only write Kolkata, not West Bengal, not India. Those two top level container selector will be removed by this partial selector. Okay, so let us have a look. As definition, full selector contains the full element address and partial selector doesn't contain the full element address. That is the basic difference. Okay.
Can you show how it will take?
Yeah, sure. I am always there. Just wait. Okay. So here is the screen visible properly?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so anyone quickly, because we have less time, so can you just say that what is the difference without the text, what is written, because these selectors are quite different. So without just checking, if you can just give any unmatchable thing between these two selectors, the first one and second one, quick.
Title is
Automation
checked
ID
first
is
and
different.
second title is
Automation ID
unchecked.
First one is
No,
a full selector.
so
It
that's
selected
why
all the attributes.
that's why I just mentioned that don't look at the content, just look at the figure. Okay, and just say that what is it? Sindhu, you are saying something, please carry on.
Full selector selects all attributes it selected. Partial, it selected only few of the attributes. That's what I observed.
How did you get to know?
By in the attributes section, for the full selector, everything was like clicked on check mark. Partial,
No.
first two are not checked.
Okay. Yeah.
Title one.
Yeah. You got it correct. Okay.
First line disabled.
Yes. Who just said it? Perfect. Okay. And Sindhu, you also said it correct. Okay. So let us have a look. Got it? So the thing is, if you just check this selector, okay, everything is selected as Sindhu mentioned. And the second one, I forgot, because Sindhu is the only woman in your team. So sorry. So that's why I just remember her name. So the thing is, if you see here, we got the full selector. Nothing is disabled. Okay. That means we are having complete address of a particular UI element. We don't know that what was the UI element, but it is there. Right? If you see here, there is nothing blocked. Here also there is nothing blocked. So that's how it is a complete selector, means full selector. But if you see here, if you see the first one, it's quite grayed. If anyone of you can see it properly, it's quite grayed. It is quite whitish. Okay, but it's quite great. That means this is the part of the container. This selector is coming from container, and this selector is coming from that particular element inside which is there in the container. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it? So that's the basic difference between full selector and partial selector. Okay, so now let us see from UiPath Studio to know it better. Sorry, I missed the studio. Okay, so here I have created a project for you, but we will just have a look later. Okay, so here, this is a container. This is a container. If you see the selector, let me just open so that you can just see properly. You can see the application name is uidemo.exe. Title is uidemo, right? This is the container selector. Okay, I'm just closing it. If you now see here, just look the difference. If you see here, if you can see the first part, the app name and the title, that is grayed out here also, if you see, right? But you can just see the particular that element selector is not grayed out. It is in the white panel area, right? So this is called a partial selector because it is not exactly having the full path or the full address of this particular UI element. That's how it is known as partial selector. Got it? Clear?
Yeah.
Great, great. Okay, so now let us have a look of one more selector. Here we are having one particular UI element, that is a click element. Okay, so we will be having a demo of it as well. Okay, so stay with me, I'll show each and everything. If you see here, okay, forget this thing because our app is not open, so that's why it is just trying to validate, but that's why it is not validated. But just look at this point. If you see, all these things are mentioned and there is no gray area, everything is written properly. That means we are having complete address of that particular UI element. That's how it is known as full selector. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let me go back to PPT again. So our concept on full selector and partial selector is clear now, right? So anyone wants to recap what full selector is and what partial selector is? Just for 10 seconds, anyone? Just to memorize in the whole group. Yeah. Anyone?
Full selectors contains full element address, as you said. We get from the application to title or the element which we want to do everything in complete a tree or hierarchy. In partial selector, it does not contain any full element address. We go to the point what exactly we need as per your example you gave.
Yes, correct. And once you will be just providing the definition of partial selector just for highlight. So you mention the just this term container. It will not contains the container selector address. Okay, container means you are saying that it is the umbrella level. Okay, the hierarchy level. So container, you should just highlight this point. Okay, that's it. Everything is fine then. Okay,
thank you.
Most welcome. Okay, so now we are at the very end of our session. So now we are having one or two more slides and then we'll be having a demo. So now the input methods. Anyone which we know as input, like we are clicking something, we are typing anything, we are sending hotkeys, those are known as input, right? So for input we are having different methods. So I mentioned for simulate and send window message. I will be coming later, I mentioned few slides back, right? So I will be going there. So in input method there are 4 different methods, but here I mentioned only 3 because these 3 are compatible with classic and modern design experience in UiPath. But there is a 4th input method, that is Chromium method, that is only reliable or only compatible with modern experience. It has no existence on the classic one. That's why I removed it. Okay, so this is the table. You don't need to memorize right now, but few points you need to keep it in memory. That simulate, type, or click, this can work on the background or backend. So one person mentioned right now that let's suppose our notepad is not open or notepad is not on foreground, then how it will work? It will work with the simulate if it just goes with, means if it is relevant to that notepad. Okay, it will just, if you just going with the simulate one, it will work. Okay, so that is the part. And the simulate, type, or click, this is the fastest method. Okay, and it will work on background. So please keep it in mind because we are having quiz on these things. Okay, just remember these 2 points, nothing more than that. Forget this table. I have just kept it
What are
because sorry, did you say something?
no this input methods, right? The hardware events send window messages. What
Yeah,
is hardware?
I will explain one by one. Okay, so I'm just going with the fastest one. Okay, the fastest one is the simulate, type, or click, and it will work on background. That's the 2 thing you need to keep in mind. Okay, send window message again works in background. Okay, but this is not fastest, this is not the slowest method. Okay, and hardware event is the slowest method, but it has the compatibility with 100% of cases. Okay, but it will not work on background, it will always work on foreground. Okay, these things clear?
What do you mean by input methods? Whatever the inputs we are giving to the system, or how
Yes.
generally we can characterize this input method?
It's meaning that how, means whatever the inputs we are giving to the system. Let's suppose the bot is typing something, the bot is clicking something, the bot is giving just providing any hotkey. Those all are considered as input events or input methods. Okay, now we will go one by one. So hardware events means this is a technology where once the bot will do some certain actions, means the bot will provide an input, the system or the computer by its hardware, or if you can say the by its you can say the hardware devices, or you can say the what that is saying, I forgot the term. Just a if the thing is, the bot will do everything with the help of the hardware drivers. Okay, let's suppose if you are typing something, the bot will just do with the technology of this computer or the GUI framework or the UI framework we mentioned in the very first slide. It will go with the hardware drivers, means the system's hardware driver will be helping the bot just to do the things wanted by the bot. Anything testing, sorry, texting, anything clicking, anything providing the hotkey, anything. Okay, it's clear that how the hardware events will work.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, the second one is send window message. Send window message, in this case the system will be sending a specific signal, you can say specific message, to that particular targeted element. Once the bot is just typing something, the bot is typing a signal, means the bot is transmitting a signal to the system for that particular UI element. Now the system will be transmitting the same signal to that particular UI element just to get the process done or get the task done. That is the main funda of send window messages. Okay, clear? So now the third part is simulate, type, or click. This is the fastest method, and here this process can work in background, and again send window message can also work in background. In simulate, it will be using the system's architecture or that particular, let's suppose you are using SAP, you are using Oracle, if you are using, let's suppose, Chrome, so it will be using that particular system or that particular application's technology to send the message to that particular element. Let's suppose if you are having, this is, let's suppose this is a button, you need to just click on it. Then if you are going with simulate click, then what it will do, it will be using the systems, means that particular application's technology to work on that. Is it clear? This will be going with the hard driver of the system. This will be passing a signal to the system or to just to get the work done, and this will be using that particular applications technology just to get the work done. Clear? Any yes, no?
Yes, and in real time, where you will be, I mean, like selectors or arguments, how we will be interacting with this. It's kind of, in interviews, they'll ask us some questions. What are the input methods?
Okay,
For that
sure. So
knowledgeability,
here,
we have.
yeah. So let me just show you. Okay. So here, if you see, so let me go up. Let me go up. Here, if you see, we are providing the username to UI demo application. We'll be having the demo within 5 minutes. Okay. So we are keeping it a simulate type. This is the application. You can see here what it will mean. So it will be using that particular application UI demos technology just to provide that particular signal to it, and it will write the username to it. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be having a demo, then you will get the understanding better. Okay. Okay, so now again I missed it. Okay, so now let us just check here. We have just seen it that this is the send window message and how the similar type things will be there. So if you are just checking the checkbox, that means true. Okay, if this checkbox is like this only blank, then means it's false. Let's suppose if you are using similar type, then you don't need to go with the send window message. Okay, means it will work with the similar type. If you are going with send window message, you need to just check this one, but you don't need to go with the similar type one. Okay, let's suppose both of them are not selected, the send window message and similar type, both of them are not selected. Then what the bot will do, the bot will go with the hardware events method. Clear?
Yes.
Fine. Okay, great. So now let us go with the output methods. So this will be the last one.
Apurva, sorry for the interruption. Here I have a doubt. Like, which one input capability you told, like, it uses the system architecture?
System architecture, you mean the applications architecture?
No, you said one of the input capability method, it uses the system architecture. So which one? With hardware
Okay,
events or send window message? Or
for hardware event, it will be going with the you can say the hardware drivers. Okay, so the system's hardware drivers it will be using. Send window message, it will be passing a special message to the system, and the system will pass the message to the same UI element which we are interacting on. Then it will be the work will be done. And for simulate one, it will not be using the Windows one, rather it will be working with the means the software's technology. This is using software's technology. Okay, these two are using the systems technology. Okay, for this one hardware driver, and this one it is sending a special message to the system, and system is transmitting the same signal to that particular UI element. Got it?
got it.
Okay. Okay, so let us focus on the output methods. This is the last slide and we are 5 minutes late. Okay, so I am covering. So in output methods, there are 3 methods only, not like the previous one input methods. There are no 4 methods, and here I haven't hidden anything. So here there is only 3 methods. One is full text, second one is native, and the third one is OCR. Okay, full text means it will just capture each and everything present inside the screen and present outside the screen within the same page. Any confusion on this term? Any confusion?
No.
Okay, full text means it will check, it means it will catch everything. Output method means it will capture the things. Input method means we are sending data. Output method means we are capturing data. Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, so full text means it will capture each and everything present in the screen and outside the screen on the same page. Let's suppose here something is written what is not visible in the screen, then also full text will capture that. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, native means it will capture each and everything present in the screen itself. Okay, in the screen itself it will capture each and everything. Okay, the last one is OCR. As you know, OCR means optical character recognition. What it will do, it will just capture everything and it will just try to just, you can see, you can just think that it is just watching like a human. So sometimes it may give you wrong answer. Let's suppose the thing what is written over here is not properly visible, or some other defects are there, then OCR may just give you a wrong answer. But full text and native will not give you a wrong answer. The accuracy of these two systems, means full text and native, is that's why 100% accurate. But OCR, it may give you the wrong answer. That's why the accuracy is 98% if you think. But don't need to just remember this data. You can just remember that full text can extract data from the hidden text, means from the text which is not there in the screen. Okay, that's the only point you need to keep in mind. Okay, so this is how the full text will work. The full text will give you all the data if those are hidden as well. So I will be going to the practical one as well. So here, this is the native one. It will scrap the thing and what is present inside the screen. And this is the OCR that will give you the data present in this screen only. No, it doesn't have any capability to just recognize the data or to capture the data which is not there inside the screen. These three things are clear, right? Any question?
Yeah.
Guys, please allow me some minutes. Okay, so every one of us will not go home without, means with having any doubt today. Okay, so this is the most interesting topic in the automation. Okay, so UI automation is the most interesting topic. Please wait for some minutes. This is the last just screen for me, means sorry, the PPT, and after this slide we'll be having the demo itself. Okay, so now let us just check how
Can you
this.
say once again about native?
Okay, sure,
Sorry.
sure, no problem. So for native, so native will capture each and everything present in the screen. Okay, it doesn't have any capability to capture the hidden text. Hidden text means, let's suppose anything is outside the screen, it doesn't have any capability to capture that. But the full text have the capability just to capture the text which is not inside the screen, but it is inside the same page.
Can you show
Clear?
some examples for this?
Sure, I'm just going to show you. Okay, so here,
However, what about the last column, like support for Citrix?
this one support
Yeah.
for Citrix means, so in Citrix what we will do, in Citrix we don't have to do anything, means we don't have the access of the Citrix environment. What we can do, we can just run the computer vision, or you know the computer vision and OCR are quite the same kind of context, right? That means what the computer is looking inside your screen. If let's suppose one particular robot is there outside of your system and it is looking on your screen, right? That what it can recognize. So that's why it is the Citrix is, because in Citrix we don't have the access to that particular system. We are accessing the system through some different method, or let's suppose for Cisco AnyConnect, let's suppose for we are going with VMs or something. Got it? So
Perfect.
on that particular system we don't have any visibility on. So that's why we just, means we don't have any access on. So what we just can do, we can just look into that and we can just capture the data. That's it. Otherwise we don't have anything. So that is the main task of OCR. OCR just look into the data and it tries to mimic the same thing, that okay, I am just seeing that okay, it's probably 3, so OCR will capture it as 3, because OCR knows that okay, 3 is looks like this. OCR will take that this is 10 because the 10 looks like this. So that's the concept of OCR. So that's why for full text and native, so we don't have any accessibility on Citrix, but as OCR will be mimicking as the computer vision system kind of thing, so that's why it will just try to look into the data and it will just capture the data. Correct?
Perfect.
Okay, fine. So okay, so let me just go. We are on UiPath. Okay, so here, so let me delete this one. So here, if you see screen scraping, can you see this one, screen scraping?
Yes.
Okay, just click on it. Let me just To where is that? Okay, successfully you have landed to this page. Okay, so let me just let me try to capture till now what is there. We can see we have here as unRSVP. Till this point we are having, right? So let me just try to capture this screen. You can see, what can you see? You can see each and everything. Okay, so for native, if you see what is there, we can just see. So that all are done, all are given here. Okay, so you can see each and everything present in the screen. So date, time, if you see, this is Wednesday, July 26. This thing, if you see, can you see everything? 26, those things are coming. Okay, those things are coming, but you can't see anything which is not in the screen. But that's a quick fact that let me just change it. So you got to know that from where we are coming to this page. We have previously there on UiPath Studio, we clicked on screen scraping. Once we clicked on screen scraping, we are getting this pop-up, this pane, okay, of the screen scraper widget. Okay, now from the native, that was the first one, we just got something not beyond the screen. Now if I just change it to full text, okay, so here let me refresh it. Okay, so we have got some data. Okay, this is not the same, but let me just, yeah, so we have got something, but it is not the same what we had to check. But let me just indicate not anchor or region. Let me just try to, oh sorry, let me do one thing. I don't need this one, so let me just go here, let me come here, let me just do the scraping again. No, sorry, the screen scraping again, and here let me just scrap the screen properly. Okay, so here I am just scraping the screen. Do you got something? Okay, so this is for native. Let me check with full text. So we are coming again the same thing, so let me go with another one. Let me check with this one, because probably this is image or something is there, so that's why we're not getting it correctly. But the concept is clear to you, right? So let me just scrap the screen properly. My presentation, okay, you can see here, this is the native. If I go with full text, I need to just click on refresh. Okay, so in refresh, you can see there are each and every data is there. Okay, so here if you just check over here, so you can just check by its own by your own. Okay, but if you will be getting each and every details present in this particular page. Okay, so now if I just change it to OCR, what OCR will do, and here again for OCR you need to just select OCR engine. So the Tesseract OCR we can just go with, or we can go with UiPath Screen OCR. UiPath Screen OCR is UiPath's in-house OCR. Okay, so now I am just going with Tesseract OCR. I'm just clicking on a refresh. It will take some time because OCR is the slowest method for this one. For the output method, OCR is the slowest method, so it will just capture something. And as I mentioned, that OCR will not may not give you the correct data, so that's how OCR had captured. But you need to just check with some defined OCR as well. You can just go with some defined OCR, and you can just check that what OCR is giving you proper data. But for us, so as we have having the accessibility to these systems, so we don't need to go with OCR. Either we can go with native, or else we can go with the full text. Okay, any question till now?
No.
Okay, fine. Anyone else having any question?
No.
Okay, fine. So let me close it and let us have the demo. So for demo, we are having one particular application that is known as UI demo. So here is the UI demo. Okay, so here is the UI demo application. It's a UiPath demo application. Okay, so a random application which will give you random data or something. Okay, so what we can do, so our target is we will be opening this application, we will be doing few things, we will be providing some data, means we'll be providing some. Let me first open it. So how manually I am doing it, for username I am putting admin. For password I am putting password because this is the default one. Okay, so this is, if you are downloading this UI demo, you need to provide the same thing. For username you need to put admin, for password it is password, and for password p is small and everything is small. Okay, so I'll be providing the link of this UI demo as well. You can just have a taste of it. Okay, so we'll be coming to this page, we'll be providing the cash in field, some cash will be providing, and it will be coming some US dollar. Let me just go with $200. So you can see total deposit $200, everything is showing. And once I will be clicking on accept, so you will be having the account number will be same, but you will be having a different transaction ID. So if I click on, now the number is 398, the last 3 digits. If I click on this, you can see 399 increased by 1. Okay, so this is the thing. Then our bot will capture this thing, account number, transaction ID, and what amount we have put, and we'll capture that. Okay, and after that, so let's see what happens, and then the bot will click on exit. Now let us see how the bot will work. I am just removing everything so that we can see it. Okay. Can you see the UiPath now?
Yes.
Yes, it is very.
Okay, okay, okay. But thank you so much for staying this long. So for type in 2, so if you have seen some of the previous things, so we had something that in debug, so we have another session in debugging, so you'll be having detailed explanation of these things like this red symbol, this is nothing but a breakpoint. Okay, so let me just remove this breakpoint. Okay, and I have highlighted, so in why I have highlighted, because you will be just seeing that once this will be just executing, our bot will just show you every field that what the bot will working with. Okay, so again we'll be having that once we did this one, so once we did this one highlight option, so the bot will highlight each and every element the bot will be working with. Okay, so let me just close it and let me run it. Let's see the how it is working. Bot is just opening, executing. Yeah, so now you can see the UI demo. Now you can see admin put it, password put it, login, it's done. Now it will put the cache. Yeah, so it's as per your wish. So in some session, so we discussed about the dialog box, right? So anyone, any rich person provide some rich amount over here?
5,000.
What
5,000.
and what was the next one? Anyone also said
9,900.
9,900. Okay, richer
So you
person.
can put your CTC.
I am not going to do that.
It's not a
Okay.
But that's a trick. Thank you so much. But so I get very less. Okay, so that's why I am not making myself embarrassed. So I'm putting something like 5,000. Okay. Okay, so let me put 5,000. We are giving user input, and now let me click on okay. Cash in. You can see everything is done, capturing these things. Okay, so now the bot, what bot did, so in cash in field the bot put the amount, we put 5,000. okay, then we could got over here, 5,000 was there, the bot accepted it. Okay, once the bot accepted it, we got a new transaction ID, right? So, and account number was already there, account number didn't change. Okay, so new transaction ID we got. So what we now get now, so you can just verify once. So that's for the verification I have given this message box. So now what the bot is saying, so bot is saying USD 5,000 has been deposited to account number. Account number, you can see last 3 digits, 652. 652. You can also check the total account number, means the whole account number. Okay, so it is capturing from here. So you can also see that not only the bot is inputting, rather the also the bot is getting the output, means in along with the input method, here we are getting the output methods as well, right? Like the capturing the text. Okay, so the thing 6822 sorry 8622 with transaction ID 751, sorry 761 that is said by the bot. Now what your task is, so I am giving you a hands-on. I'll be giving the link of this particular UI demo application. You need to download it. Only you need to just paste the link and it will be automatically downloaded. Okay, so you need to download it and you need to create like this type of flow. And now the last session we got about email automation, right? So now what you need to do, you just need to provide this text with your email automation, and you just need to do you just need to get one particular mail with this text. Everyone, is it doable?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your homework. Okay, so you need to just capture this one and you need to just send this as a mail notification to yourself. Okay, this is a task and I'll be providing the link of this one in the chat box. Okay, so okay, so I'm just clicking on okay. It is going to exit, and once it clicked on exit, you can see the application is not there, application closed. Okay, that's all from today. Anyone, any question, any doubt? It's very late though, but thank you so much for being attentive, audience. Thank you so much for this one. Anyone, any question? Then we'll be going to quiz. Or rather we can just do the quiz first, and if you have if any one of you have any bigger doubt or something, we can just discuss. What would you like? Let me put the application link as well.
Please.
I am giving it. I don't know, chat, I can use it. Wow. Everyone. Okay, so I am providing you in the chat, so you just need to copy it and you just need to paste on your browser, and you will be automatically getting the pop-up to download. Okay, so you don't need to do anything. That's it. Okay, so that's it. So okay, so with everyone's interest on time, so let us have the quiz first. Fine, be ready everyone. I can't see anyone. You can unmute and say if you're saying anything. So is everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is your chance to have UiPath swag.
The code.
Please, how to join in, please?
Yes, so you just need to go to menti.com.
Okay.
Abhishek, can you please put it in the chat?
Yeah, I have already put the URL in the chat.
Okay, fine. Everyone please join and have the fun. This is just for fun. One of us will be winning, but all of us can just have the fun. 15, we have 23. So excluding Abhishek and me, it should 21. Other people? $16. Everyone, please join. This will be a fun.
Don't hold back yourself. If you are joining, please join. Please don't exit.
Okay, so let's wait for another 10 seconds. Please join, and then we'll just continue.
Everyone is getting knowledge from here, so there is no loser. Everyone is a winner here. So just join and play. It's just like a game.
Okay, Abhishek, if all done, then we can just start.
Yeah, I think we can start.
Okay. Everyone ready, set, go. Wow, great. Okay, so the thing was, which wildcard does replace only one character? So as I mentioned, only one character will be replaced by question mark. Asterisk will replace more, 0 or more. Okay, so it could be 1, it could be 2, 3, 4, n number, or it could be 0 as well. Okay, but question mark is the only one which will replace only one character. If you see the term only one character, okay, so that's why question mark is the correct answer. Let's have the leaderboard. Okay, tough fight between Priyanshu and Nilesh. Okay, so let's go the next. Okay, everything is there from the session itself. Okay, there is nothing from beyond. Okay, time up. So the thing is, partial selector contains top level container address. Is it true or false? We mentioned that partial selector doesn't contain top level container address. Okay, so it is false. So that's why no. Okay, it is only the top level container address, and each and every address is taken by full selector only. Let's have the leaderboard. Okay, okay. Okay, fine. So Nilesh is there. Okay. I mentioned this thing. Okay, great. Let's see the result. Okay, so the question was, which is the fastest input method? I mentioned, and I also highlighted that that will be there in the question quiz. So most of the people remembered it correctly. So simulate click on type is the fastest method. Then the next event is the send window message. That is the second fastest, and the slowest method is hardware event. Okay, so who have put the slow hardware, so it is the slowest method, and this is the second slowest or the second fastest because it is in the middle, and this is the fastest one. Okay, Okay, Dev is now there. Priyanshu and everyone else. I am not talking anyone's, I'm sorry, taking anyone's name, but Priyanshu was there in the leaderboard in the first place. So everyone just have a recall and play it properly. Okay, everyone is having a chance to get it there. So two more questions are there. Okay. Great. Okay, so the question was, which input method doesn't work in background? Okay, so I mentioned that send window message also works on background, simulate type or click also works on background, but hardware event, it is driven by the system hardware, you can say hardware drivers, so that's why it didn't work on background. So this is the correct answer. Okay, so now let us go with the last question. Try hard, guys. Great. I mentioned that full text, just extract text from not from the screen. So if there is anything which is not there inside the screen, then also full text will work. But your OCR and native will not work, because OCR and native both will extract the specs from the screen itself, not beyond it. Okay. Great. Congrats, Deb. So Dev is the winner for today. But guys, don't lose hope. There are 4 more sessions for you just to win a UiPath swag. Okay, so that's it from my side. If anyone is having any question, please feel free to go ahead.
I need to again send my email ID, or you have saved from the
No,
previous?
it's already there. So just one question to you. So
Yeah.
do you have any robot or something?
No,
How we
no.
are coming fastest every time?
No. In the last second quiz, I came second because of the time only.
But the thing is, every time you are putting the first answers.
Actually, I am on the foundation course currently. So it's, you can say, my revision. So that's why.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
But congrats. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And by the way, I haven't done today's selectors in the foundation course. So it was
Okay.
new to me.
Oh, it was new. So
Yeah.
hopefully it was a great learning for you. So
Yeah.
let's see. Okay. So anyone, any question? I know this very late. We have already crossed 10, but if anyone is having any question, so please fire to me.
I think they are good with this
Yeah.
session and don't have any question for now. You have cleared
Okay.
out all their doubts.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So over to you, Abhishek. So you can wrap up the session.
I have one question.
Yeah, please.
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, when I'm using the type into activity, let's say if I type in text in a notepad, if already some text is written, then I want to type new text, but with space,
With
space, or
with
space means
okay, okay.
hi is type, then again second time I want to type hello, then
Mhm.
hi space hello.
Okay, I got it.
Then
I got it. Okay, so for that one, so what you need to do, so you need to capture the text first. Okay, so let's suppose okay, is it something? Okay, let me just do it like this way. Okay, so no problem. So let's suppose you are having something written. Okay, so here if you have written something, so you what you need to do here, I am here. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to get the text first. Okay, so in activities you can just type for get text. Okay, there are many more just activities are there, but it's not possible to complete in one session, so that's why I didn't introduce each and every just activity in the UI automation space. Rather you just need to go by your own space. Okay, so but the thing for your solution, we just need to first check the get text. Okay, so this is that, and now let me, and we need to just take the selector. Okay, so for the selector I am taking it from here because we have already took it. Okay, so here, so let me just make it interactive because I know it will be already there. So let me paste this one, let me validate it. It's validated, you can see it's written, right? So now I need to just click on okay. So we need to take a value. Okay, so here I need to just set one more variable just to I can say that str get text. Okay, so in this variable our text will be there. Okay,
okay,
whatever is written, so that will be there in this text only. Okay, so now if we need to write something over here with a space you mentioned, right? So what you need to do, you will be going to here, and we need to do a string concatenation. How we need to do it? So what I will do, I will put first put this one because this one already there, you needed to concatenate a string, right? So I
yeah,
need to click on plus. Okay, now here
then
space.
space
Now here,
plus
now I am giving that
get
one, the
text
get text. Okay,
variable.
so
Okay,
now let us just check one by one. Okay, so
okay, I got it.
for our betterment, what I need to do here, I am just keeping a breakpoint. So now let us just run this one. Okay, so we have got something. Okay, so the value of this, what was this? I forgot. It was str get text, right? So let us check that what this str get text returns us, what it got. Okay, str get text. Is it giving us the correct one? Because previously for my case it was hello, right? It was
Yes,
there in hello, right? So
right.
in this get text we got the value. Now we need to just concatenate the previous one plus the new one we are just going to type. Okay, so now let us continue. Yeah, because again it was hello, but for your thing, so let me, it should be in variable. So here also if you see in the demo text, okay, so the demo text previously it was hello. Okay, so for the demo text what I need to do, let me just can you please say your name?
Krishnendu.
Krishnendu.
It's
If there is
Krishnendu.
spelling mistake,
No,
please
no, KRI is
forget.
NENDU, right, right.
KRINENDU.
is right. Yes, you write it
Okay.
right.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay, so it's Krishnendu. Okay, so this is the first time I got your name. So what I will do, so previously from this one, this is the get text. Okay, so this get text will be your first thing. So right now it is a hello hello, right? So what I'll do, so this is the first thing, I got it. So now this one space, now plus, now here, then str, what was that one, the demo text or the demo text, right? Because in demo text we have written this one, right?
Yes,
So
demo.
what it will write now, so if we just go here, if you see, this is now it is written hello hello, but you need hello hello, then you need কলে আছি, sorry, বলে দিন কলে আছি, sorry. So now it is hello hello. Okay, so now what it will do, so it will write hello hello, then space Krishnendu, right?
Yes.
Got my point? Okay,
Yes.
so the thing is here, let me just run this automation and we see that whether we can just take it or not. So here what it will do, it will first catch that hello hello. Okay, so if you see, previously it was only one hello because there was only one, but now it is only
Hello,
hello hello, right? Because it was there two times. Okay, so now what we'll be getting, hello hello space Krishnendu. Okay, so now let me just run it. Got it?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so now hello hello Krishnendu.
Okay, thank you.
Clear? Most welcome.
And after in UiPath, sorry, the UiPath demo software, after logging, another software is opening. This is also called a double UiPath.
No, so that is the only thing. Okay, so that is the demo website, and if you are just logging into with admin and password, so it will be giving you the same UI demo application. Okay, so that is the front interface where you are just giving you your login credential, and in the inside you are having the main page of that particular UI demo application.
So there is another AXE that is called double UI.
I didn't get you.
Means after login, admin and password, the deposit transaction that open this window open. This window also we can get by clicking the double UI.exe file.
Yes. So first, once you will be just double clicking it, so what you will be getting it, this pop-up. First you need to log in. Okay, so you need to put admin, then you need to put password, and then you need to hit on login, and then you will be having this screen. This is the main page, and the previous one was the login page.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that page is opening here. That page. This is also we can see when we click another application that is called double UI.exe.
I don't have access to that application. If you have.
Yes, I have that application actually.
Okay, but no problem. So in UI automation, you can use any other application. Let's suppose you are using Chrome, you can use SAP, you can use Oracle, you can just automate any other thing. Okay, so you can go with your just Notepad, each and everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So you tried, that's a good thing. So you can just go with any other things as well. Okay. Okay, so it's very late till now, so if anyone is having any question, so we just wait for another 1 minute, and otherwise we can just call it a day. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Apurva, for this knowledgeable session, and thanks all for sticking with us this long. So we hope there is no question left with you, and you all are good with the solution and the knowledge which Apurva has provided us today. So Thanks everyone. I hope this is too much for today. You have taken, and have a good night, and have good for rest of your day. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks everyone. Have a good time. Good night.